Hello everyone, welcome to the video series on subject structural analysis 2. In this video, we are going to see the part 3 of second numerical on continuous beam in unit number 3 flexibility method. So in the video 1 already you have seen how to find out the degree of static indeterminacy. Also we have seen the DQ matrix. Then we have seen the displacement analysis of the release structure. Okay, so in that we have seen this table. Then we have seen how to find out DQL1 matrix and DQL2 matrix. Okay. Then we have seen how to find out the coefficient matrix. Okay, F11, F12. Okay. Then we have found out F22. Then we have seen the flexibility matrix F. Now the next step. Okay. Now the next step is to apply the flexibility equation. So the flexibility equation is dq equal to dql plus f into q. Now here the dq matrix is 0. Okay. Now dql is 1 upon ei minus 9940 and dql2 was 22126.670. And here F matrix is 1 upon ei 3672 in 177.334 and Q1 is Q1 Q2. Okay. Now here we'll take ei common and multiply on this side, so ei will get cancelled. Okay. And in the next term we'll take this DQL term on the left hand side of the equal sign, so this will become plus. Okay. Now writing the simultaneous equation, so 36 into Q1 then 72 into Q2. So for matrix we are multiplying the row by column. Then 72 into Q1 plus 177.334. Okay. Then it is equal to 22126.670. Now solving these two simultaneous equation, here we will get the value of Q1, and we are considering Q1 is equal to vertical reaction at B, so that is 82.20, and Q2 equal to vertical reaction at C, that is 91.40. Okay. Now in the last slide we have found out the vertical reaction at B, that is 82.2, and vertical reaction at C as 91.4. Okay. Now we will apply here. Now remaining unknowns are calculated by using the equilibrium equation. Okay. Now we'll consider this beam. So at member AB, as it is fixed, so here there will be movement and also there will be a vertical reaction, and we are neglecting summation fx. So only two reactions will be there at the fixed port A. Okay. Now considering the equilibrium equation, summation fy equal to 0. Okay. Now considering the upward reaction as positive and downward reaction as negative. Okay. Now here V, as V is acting upward, so positive. This UDL is acting downward, so minus 20 into 6. Okay. Then 80 kilonewton, it is acting downward, so minus. Okay. Plus vertical reaction at B, it is acting upward, so plus. Then vertical reaction at C, again acting upward, so plus. And this point load 40 kilonewton is acting downward, so minus. So for solving this, we'll get the vertical reaction at A, that is 66.4 kilonewton. Now next step is to find out the moment in member AB. So moment in member AB is calculated by taking the moment at C equal to 0. That is, we are applying the second equilibrium equation, that is the summation of moment equal to 0. Now here we are considering the anti-clockwise sign as positive and clockwise sign as negative. Okay. Now here we are taking moment at C equal to 0. At this point we are taking the moment. So as MAB, so this MAB, it is acting in anti-clockwise direction, so positive. So vertical reaction at A is what? 66.4. Now this 66.4 would act in clockwise direction, so minus. So minus 66.4 and total distance will be 6 plus 4, that is 10. Plus this UDL, so this UDL, will act in anti-clockwise direction, so it will be plus. So 20, the length is 6 and the distance from the center is 3 plus 4, that is 7. Okay. Now next will be this vertical reaction at B. So it will act in clockwise direction, so minus 82.4 and the distance will be 4. Okay. Then the point load 80 kilonewton, it will act in anti-clockwise direction, so 80 multiplied by the length is 2 and this 40 kilonewton, will act in clockwise direction, so minus 40 into 2 is equal to 0. Okay. So by solving this, we'll get the moment in member AB as 72.8. Okay. So by using equilibrium equation summation Fy, we have find out vertical reaction at A, and by using the second equilibrium equation, that is summation of moment equal to 0, we have find out the moment in member AB. Okay. Now next we have to find out the moment in member BA as well as moment in member BC. Okay. Already I find out moment in member AB in the last slide. Now in this slide we are going to find out the moment in member BA. Okay. Now again we are taking the moment summation of moment at B equal to 0, considering anti-clockwise positive and clockwise as negative. Okay. So here this MAB, it is acting in anti-clockwise direction, so positive. So minus MBA, this moment is acting in clockwise direction, so minus MBA. Then this vertical reaction at A, it is 66.4. Okay. Now it is acting in clockwise direction, so minus, and length is 6. Then this UDL, it is acting in anti-clockwise direction, so 20 into 6 and the perpendicular distance will be 3, that is from the center, which is equal to 0. From this we will get the value of MBA equal to 34.4. Now here the value is coming plus, that means whatever the assumed direction of MBA we have taken, that is in clockwise direction, that is correct. Okay. So after finding out the value of MBA, the same value will be there in the MBC, but in opposite direction. So to keep the joint B in equilibrium, the value of MBA and MBC should be same, but it should be equal in opposite direction. Okay. Now here only one moment is remaining, that is moment in member CB. Okay. So we'll consider this figure and we'll consider moment at C equal to 0. Okay. So again anti-clockwise we are considering positive and clockwise negative. Okay. So MCD anti-clockwise plus, and this 40 kilonewton, it is acting in clockwise direction, so minus 40 into 2. So here value of MCD is 80. Now we'll draw the shear force diagram. Now the vertical reaction, first we have to draw the horizontal line. So this horizontal line we have drawn. Okay. Next, the vertical reaction at A is 66.4. Here the vertical reaction is 66.4. Okay. Now in member AB, it is loaded by a uniformly distributed load of 20 kilonewton per meter. Okay. So 66.4 minus 20 into 6. So we'll get the value 53.6. Okay. Now the vertical reaction at B is 82.8. So minus 53.6 plus 82.2. So we'll get the value 28.6. Now in this portion there is no load, so we have to join by a horizontal line. So here also the value will be same, that is 28.6. Okay. Now here there is a point load of 80 kilonewton and it is acting down. So 28.6 it is positive minus 18. So we'll get the value 51.4. So in this portion again there is no load, so we have to join by a horizontal line. Here also the value will be same, that is 51.4. Now the vertical reaction at C is 91.4 and it is acting upward. So minus 51.4 plus 91.4. So we'll get the value 40. Okay. So in this portion in CD there is no load. So join again by a horizontal line. So at point D there is a point load of 40 kilonewton and it is acting down. So here we have to show it downward, and at point D the value will be 0. So this is the shear force diagram for the continuous beam A, B, C, D. Okay. Okay. Next we'll see how to draw the superimposed bending moment diagram. Now we'll see how to draw this superimposed bending moment diagram. Okay. Now already I find out the moment in member AB as well as BA, BC, CB and CD. So these are the values. Okay, these are the values. Moment in member AB, moment in member BA, BC, CB and CD. Okay. Now again you have to first draw the horizontal line. So moment at A or moment in member AB is 72.8. So at point A you have to show the vertical line showing the moment 78.8. Okay. Now at B there are two moment, minus 34.4 and plus 34.4. Okay. So whether it is minus, one is minus, another is plus, but you have to show it above the horizontal line. Again moment in member CB and CD, one is minus, another one is plus. Again at point C you have to show the moment of 80. So then you have to join it by a straight line. Okay. Now this is the fixed bending moment. Now on this fixed bending moment you have to superimpose the free bending moment diagram. Okay. Now here, as here the UDL is there, so this value will be, so this value will be W L square by 8. Okay. So value of W here is what? 20 into L square is 6 square upon 8. So we'll get this value. Okay. Here it is not visible. Okay. Now here as the point load is acting at the center, so here the value will be W L by 4 as it is acting in the sector. So value of W is 80, value of L is 4 upon 4, so this value is 80. Okay, here you have to join it by a straight line. Here as there is UDL, you have to join by a second degree curve. So this is the free bending moment diagram. Okay, we have superimposed it on the fixed bending moment diagram. So this diagram is called as superimposed bending moment diagram. Okay. So thank you for watching this video.